What's up, guys? It's been a long time coming, but welcome back to Midwest Patina Works. And today we are getting ready to go to the Salvage Yard to see if we can find ourselves a donor radiator fan setup for the 58 GMC. Now, the 58 GMC has a 4.3 liter baby LT1, as they call it. Hang on a minute here. Oh my God. Can't believe I just did that. Which is nothing more than a smaller version of a 5.7 liter V8. Which I have one of those too. But I'm not using that because that's a high mileage engine, and this 4.3 liter V8 reportedly only has around like 5,000 miles on it. So we're gonna go to the salvage yard. We're gonna see if we can get a radiator that will work in this application. But first, let me grab my tape measure to get some dimensions from my truck here to see if it will fit. All right. So I can be, 47, 48. I'm going in metric. I like using metric numbers for some reason. They're easier to work with. The metric system in some cases is much better than the imperial system. So that's just my opinion. Some cases, not all cases. Let's see here. There. So we can be like 78, I think it will call it. Okay. And then in terms of if we set up higher, if we worst case scenario, maybe 46 is worst case. Okay, and then we can be as far as how far back. We really can't go that far back, can we? We can go about 7 to 8. Okay, so what I did is I took the overall height I want to be. Granted, I got to make sure that I can clear the hood latch and all that kind of stuff, obviously up underneath the hood. I got to be able to clear all of that. I just measured how long of a radiator I can use, how tall of one I can use, and how deep, because I have to make sure that I can clear the steering box and all that kind of stuff, the steering shaft. So I think I got my measurements about 47 millimeters tall by 78 millimeters long and about 7 to 8 millimeters deep, front to back. So I think that's what I'm gonna go off of when I go to the scrap yard or salvage yard. Take my tape measure with me, take my dimensions with me, and that's gonna be what we use. I looked at some videos today to kind of figure out what I was going to need to use in terms of tools, but I think we have everything covered in our salvage yard bin, so we don't need to throw anything extra in there. That is sitting off to the side over here. Let's go take a look at that real quick. We will need probably some impacts and stuff like that, so I'll throw a 1/2 inch and a 3/8 drive in there, but we've got our salvage yard bin. Oh, I do need to put something back in there. My shop's a mess, guys. I told you that on the previous video, so please forgive me. I'm so close to getting this engine started that has been my primary focus here of late. Okay, so I've got that bag. I think I was trying to remember if I had any other tools that were supposed to be in this bag but are not. So those will go in there. Feels like a little light, so I'm maybe missing something. And then we need our 3/8 drive impact gun. So we'll take that guy there. This Cobalt does really good. I don't care what anybody says. This one hits pretty good. Let's see what our battery life is on this thing. We get full battery life, so that's fine. That's a smaller battery. That's okay as well. And then I'm gonna take this 1/2-inch drive, and she's fully charged too. This is that new company that sent me this to test out. So 800 foot-pounds breakaway torque. This will work fine for whatever we may need. I'm trying to think here. I got everything else I think I need. So let me go ahead and get all this stuff in the truck, and then we'll pick it back up when we're en route to the salvage yard. All right, guys, we're at the salvage yard. You can hear the cats fighting out there, the junkyard cats. This is the Z28 that I took parts off of last time. And we got the computer, we took the alternator, some hoses, some sensors, a little bit of everything off this one here. And I started to take the radiator off of it, and I noticed that the fan was missing. So someone had already robbed the fan. Well, there's enough of these Camaros out here that I decided to look around, and I found this guy here. This has got the 3.4 liter in it, but the radiator is exactly the same as the 5.7. So GM didn't up the radiator capacity based upon the engine size. So that's good, but there's several others over there, and so we have more than enough to go from. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna pull the radiator off here. I don't think there's anything else I need or want off this car. Well, I was thinking about cables, but we've got the battery cables and all that kind of stuff. I don't necessarily think we need any of that. There's one cable I see there for the negative. I may take the negative battery cable because this is the kind that attaches to the body of the car, of the vehicle, and I think I do need that. It'll help simplify some things. So let me go ahead and start working on taking this thing apart, and then we will I'll kind of come back in and out as I get further and further in the process. Here we go. I wish I had a way to set the phone up, but I'm not going to drag a tripod out here. Be that guy. All right, now I'm going to need two hands, so let me pick this back up in a minute. Well, I got the radiator in there. She's a little bit big, so I don't know if I'm going to use it. Like I said, I only paid 40 bucks for it, so I may have to get something different. It doesn't sit as well as I would like down there, and it's really, really close, like to the point where I won't be able to run any lines. You can see that one is there, a little bit too close for comfort, in my opinion. I don't know if I can modify anything to make it work, but it's sitting as low as it can be with the frame the way that it is. Yeah, it can't go any lower because the steering box is down there, and that ain't gonna happen. So let me know what you think. I may have to go with something off of eBay if I can't find something that'll fit from the junkyard. All right, guys, so I got home. I got the radiator sitting in there, and she's too big. So we are not gonna be able to use this radiator, unfortunately. Not in this project. We'll keep it maybe for the 72 over there,
because that's got a bigger space for it. And this probably will work just fine for that application. So not out of money, but she's not going to work for this one. So reached out to my buddy Herb again. Shout out to Amateur Hour Restorations. I said, hey, what do you think? And he said, hey, I got an application, a radiator and a fan that I think will work. He sent over that information, and we're going to be going with that. So he's got an LS in his Apache, or his wife's Apache rather. And I think his Apache is a 58 or 59. So it's basically the same profile and all that good stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to get the dirt off my neck. I'm putting the starter in right now. But he's got the same setup basically. His engine is probably a little bit bigger than mine. And if that radiator works for his application, obviously it will work for mine. He has a 4060 trans as well, I believe. So that's cool. And I'm not out of any money really. Like I said, we'll use this radiator, trans cooler and fan setup for the 72C10 that we're going to be building next. I did manage, I was getting some parts together for a guy today. He came by, and in the process of that, I was walking my yard and I found one of the hood springs. So I got to get another one of those. I think that Salvage Yard has some of them on a Apache that's out there. So tomorrow I'll go out there and I'll get the hood springs, and then we'll be good to go in that regard. I really wish I had a blast cabinet, because if I had a blast cabinet, I would clean up the hinges and all that kind of stuff, and probably a lot of other parts too that I have. So you guys got to subscribe. I think I'm 140 subscribers away from 10,000. So if you're watching this video and you're into this kind of stuff and you want to show me some support, I would greatly appreciate a subscribe, a comment, and a like to help me get to that 10,000 subscriber milestone. It's kind of like my 2024 goal. I felt like 10,000 is a good number, and it lets me know that I'm doing something right. So I don't ask for much. I don't ask for you guys to send me money. I don't ask for you guys to send me products or tools or equipment. Just get me a subscribe. Help me get to that 10,000, and that will be all that this guy needs. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here, because I believe the next video is going to be me trying to bump start this particular engine. You can see the battery sitting there. I've got the battery tray precariously hanging there. It's bolted in, but it's not finished bolted, meaning that I don't have everything exactly where I want it to be. I think I need to move it over a little bit because it's kind of touching the dipstick there. So, but yeah, I'm going to finish working on this. Hopefully I can get this starter bolted in correctly. I don't think I'm going to need to shim it, but if I do, then we'll do that. But yeah, other than that, guys, this is where we're at. So the radiator didn't work out quite for this application today. That's fine. It happens. But we are going to find one. Like I said, Herb sent me a link to a radiator and fan setup, and it works for his truck. So I was trying to go cheap, and I still may go back to the junkyard tomorrow and look at some other vehicles to see if I can find something that's got a little bit smaller profile in both depth and height. Length was fine for this particular one, but the depth and the height was too much. So all right, guys, that's gonna do it for this particular video. And the next video, like I said, we'll be trying to start the 58, at least bump start. I did pick up oil today, oil filter, because this engine is bone dry. And then we will do what we do. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace. Oh, and shout out to Jason. Hopefully you're watching this video. All right, guys, peace.